This heron just flew across the lake so majestically, and you can't see him at all. He's totally camouflaged. He's right there, I think. Is that right? It's really hard to tell where my finger's pointing. It's so bright out right now. It's a beautiful lake, and it's just really degraded. And we're planting willow branches around where we can get them to go down into the mud about at least maybe very minimum 8 inches, and hopefully up to a foot to 18 inches. So much trash. But I've got a crew today, got helpers. 4 people showed up to help me today. And so we're trying to get willows around the edges of the water. And we're doing this now it's October 2nd, 2021. So hopefully doing it later in the year, will help them survive over the next summer, because they'll have some time to root over the dormant winter period that's headed our way. And I've taught the volunteers how to cut the branches at a diagonal about 1/4 of an inch away from the main branch they're coming from, how to use branches that are coming off of main branches, not main branches themselves, never to terminate. Don't ever cut a terminal part of like a branch, always take just a full stem, and where to place them, how to plant them. And also when you have twigs that break off, you can throw them in the water. And willows are so ready to root, they actually might root in the water for us, which would get this riparian zone we're trying to reestablish here. We could get that out further into the water, which we can't reach. There's so many species that are taking advantage of this ecosystem, even if it's so degraded. There's a bee here. This looks like it might even be a native bee. I'm not sure, but anyway, there's a bee here taking advantage of the mud because it's a safe way for it to drink, because it can walk down out and drink without drowning. There's so many bees that drown in my pool. It's sad. But yeah, lots of water birds. It's amazing what can be done. And I want to show you something I found that to me was kind of iconic and really kind of epitomized in a way what I want to do out here and what the situation out here is and what it could be. But this is a beautiful resource. It's a series of lakes that actually have water in them in Los Angeles County. We're in Monte, California. And this is called Mungi Lake. And one of the things I found and I recovered, I'm going to walk past here. I also showed the volunteers how you can throw wood into the water and out towards the water, because it actually does help slow down the water and filter the water. It's always really good if you can do that too. But anyway, there's my find of the day. Is it's Barbie. She's on a journey, and to me, it's funny, but it's also really scary and sad, because this is what we're leaving our kids, is this. You know, like we need to be leaving them this, because we need this to survive. And so I'm really happy with today. We've got an umbrella island. God, the trash people leave here is just incredible. Looks like there is a homeless encampment. One good thing about the 2 years ago that I did come, and I'm going to go pull trash out of that again, is there's a drainage ditch. You can kind of probably see it in the distance. If this were a post-apocalyptic landscape, which, yeah, anyway, that might be like a beacon where you're traveling across the wasteland and you see an entryway, a portal, an opening, a shade, an area of shade. But anyway, what happened, I planted several willows over there too, and there's just a trickle of polluted city runoff water coming out of it, but it's enough to basically feed what is now a little riparian zone. And in fact, there are a bunch of willows sprouting up, and I'll show you. I'm going to walk over there because I'm going to pull trash out of there. But that there were not willows there 2 years ago in this area. So I'm kind of wondering if some of the pieces of the willows I put there maybe broke off somehow. So here's some more wood we put in. And we got them into the mud, so we'll see how they do. Looks like the ducks are hanging out. This is just a scorched, compacted, eroded. I mean, look at this erosion. You know, it really needs trees. So anyway, so my fingers are hurting carrying this. I'm carrying a plastic bag I found, and I'm carrying this water bottle. I should have brought a Camelback. I had other things to do prior to this, so I wasn't really on my A game. But you can kind of see there's this riparian zone, and there's these plants kind of growing up around this. There's a flow pattern here. There's a flow. It's like a delta, and there's trash everywhere, which I'm going to try to pull out. But look at that. Can you see that? This is a little stream. And yeah, and there's willows. So let me go walk over and show you the willows that are actually growing along this little waterway now. So this was not here at all before when I was here. Oh, I stepped on a sticker. Hold on a second. I need to pull that out of my foot. Ow. Oh, there's a bunch more on my foot. If I step down, they will go into my foot. Oh, I don't know if I've successfully eradicated them from my sandal, but I can't let my found garbage bag go to waste. It doesn't look like it has too many diseases. Man, this is a lot of work. I'm going to do the best I can. But I was joking with the volunteers. Oh, look, there's a dead something. It was a marsupial. It looks like maybe a raccoon or something. But yeah, anyway, so we've got willows. So these are willows that are growing along this little intermittent water course. And some of the willows I planted 2 years ago are still here. And I'm really curious I wonder if, because there were no willows here when I came. So this is phenomenal. And I actually forget if willows sucker. But see, yeah, look at all the trash. And it's just this, you know, disgusting place. But somebody came in and pulled out some of the concrete, which is interesting. I wonder, you know, look at this. I just love this. I love it. And she's got an umbrella filled with trash. I love people, at least the good ones. But yeah, so I'm going to pull some trash out of here. And this is our portal. And any of you can do this. Anyone can do this. Willows are a really great species to work with because they're abundantly available and they root really fast. And they love water, so you just put them in water and they'll go. I hope I'm not lying too, and these aren't willows. These are willows. They don't just look like willows. Yeah, no, that's willows. Sometimes it helps to go right up to the actual plant, just to make sure. But there you go. We're the beginnings of reforestation of a very degraded lake in Southern California.